Hello, welcome to another podcast, AVID Perception. We got our core team here. We got Mr. Ramiz. How you doing, brother?
Good, good. How about you?
Mr. Ray, Air
Hey,
Force.
how's it going?
No, that's not how the plane sounds, right? Like the
Is it more like
Top Gun.
Maybe some of them sound like that. You never know. We might have them in Area 51.
Oh my God.
I'm still working
Why is
on
it
them.
called Top Gun when you use planes? Should we call it Top Plane?
Because it usually means like he knows that better, but they explain it in the movie. Actually, it usually
Yeah.
means
Oh,
like
is it?
that's like the hardest motherfucker out there.
Yeah.
But why are the guns so hard?
That's what it is. That's the strongest weapon you got. That's why they call it Top
Well,
Gun.
rocket launcher. Why top rocket launcher?
No, it's usually human being. Okay, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
Like,
really.
that's not human.
Yeah. No, they have guns. They have
No,
guns
they
on the
have to
planes.
have a human. It's like, who's your top gun? Who's your
That's the
best
top
qualified,
gun.
most
Yeah.
fighter? That's what it's
Okay, yeah, it's true.
It's like that's the top guy.
And they,
That's the
What top
the
guy?
number one, the numero uno.
you guys just went there. I love this so much. So, have you seen this Drake 21?
Can you do
21
some for
Yes,
me?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the one when he's wearing cardigan and going to like WWE like ring?
Yeah, it's like a game, WWE game.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
saw this one?
I think so.
Have you seen the reaction? His 21 Savage reaction?
No.
Yeah, he reacted to it.
He reacted.
Yeah.
What did he say? I was like, oh, why are you guys doing that to Drake? or
You could tell he
something?"
wanted to laugh, but he was like, I don't want to offend. I don't want to.
Can
Yeah.
you do some for me?
Yeah, he was about to burst out laughing, but he held it in.
It is really funny.
It
though.
is.
Yeah, it was
hilarious.
funny. Yeah.
All right. How was your week, guys?
Oh, it was good. My week was good. Yeah.
I had an amazing week too. What about you, Ramiz?
Oh yeah, just super packed full.
Packed full?
Mm-hmm.
With what?
Pack.
It packed. It was impactful.
Impact or packed?
Unpacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was
Chock full.
impactful. I'm just unpacking right now.
It was chock full of activities.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could say that. A bunch of packs.
Was it a chock full of activities?
There was chocolate. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like, yes, I like chocolate.
Yeah, I
can
like
you do the
chocolate.
Indian accent? See, I like chocolate. Well, how is it?
I'm sorry.
I like chocolate.
I'm
in
not
Indian.
Indian.
Well, you
Oh, but it's kind of similar.
yeah, it's just been
Wow.
70 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're
I
Chinese,
mean,
right?
they used to be one country though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not Chinese. How do you know that?
I do not know what this chocolate is. What the hell are you talking about?
How is these that good?
I sell it at my store.
I do
and
not
the
have-
kids come and buy it.
I do not have
I
it.
make a profit for my family.
Get out.
How does it laughing matter?
Exactly.
We do not have any chocolate.
Yeah, see, and this is will never get canceled because he's one of them.
Oh yeah, but me too though.
Thank you. Come again.
That's so funny. So you guys ate elk, right? Is it for the first time for you?
I've had it before, but this is after a long time.
Mine for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Very juicy. Yeah.
Juicy.
No, there's no like sleepiness after. You know, like you eat a big burger,
Yeah.
you kind of sleepy, but
It's
like-
only in burger like form,
Well, at
What?
this restaurant, yeah. I mean, you could probably have it as like a
like a steak.
maybe.
yeah, like a deer steak, elk
Yeah.
steak. Yeah.
You think you can?
Yeah, I think Joe
Maybe.
Rogan eats that.
Yeah.
Well,
He
he
eats
hunts
a-
it, so it's a different story.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
But as a
just-
passerby, but he told me like Restaurant Depot
Mhm.
got some of that stuff.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
it.
They do have it.
They have elk. They have deer. They have
Bison,
bunch of random. Yeah, bison.
rattlesnake, crocodile,
Yeah,
ostrich,
Snake.
alien, Martian meat.
Only on Wednesdays.
But
Yeah.
you know the thing with Restaurant Depot though is like you go there is like the smallest package is like
Mhm.
40 pounds.
Of course.
Yeah.
They
Restaurant
expect you to own
Depot.
a restaurant. You know, you're
Yeah, of
buying
course.
for a restaurant.
But all the brown people like us with big families.
Of course, you buy
Of
for
course.
ourselves.
We
Yeah,
buy
buy
for
it in bulk.
ourselves.
Buy
One-
everything in bulk.
One of us open one restaurant, you see like 10,000 buckets.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
halal elk,
they run
halal
it.
chicken.
they run that place,
So you go
man.
to your cashier. So, what restaurant do you own? My kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called My Kitchen. Who's your first chef? Oh, my wife.
Mm.
Yeah. Who are your customers? My kids.
They really question you?
No, they don't. It's just if they ask you that, you give answers like, "Oh, it's my favorite."
So, Mr. Ramiz, where are we located?
We're located
In outer space.
Which space?
The space where it's
Space-time
free.
continuum.
It's a free space.
So, this dude just keep cracking me up. Man. Like, what? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you're a citizen of the world. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say. Or
I don't think so.
He's a netizen.
I'm an alien.
You're an alien.
Beep boop.
Okay. Are you
Well-
a reptile alien?
Reptilian?
Reptile.
I cannot get
Reptilian.
information.
Reptilian. I cannot.
I cannot get this
Yeah,
information.
you know, because they're shapeshifters. Bro,
Uh,
there's so much
maybe.
insanity
Yeah.
going on right now. People saying like the randomest things. I swear to God.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Huh?
Nothing?
What?
Huh?
is it?
What's up?
Nothing?
Okay.
Facebook?
What about
Marketplace?
Facebook?
Mark, is he...
Oh,
He's,
you
he's
wanna-
totally human. Of course he is.
No,
No
he's
way.
not.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't believe him.
Oh,
I really don't believe you, bro.
okay.
I think because the evidence of pictures that we have,
Of him, like, eating eggs?
eggs.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He eats eggs. Reptilian.
I eat eggs too.
Uh-oh.
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 It's a giveaway.
Uh-oh.
Giveaway.
Don't you see all that? And I eat them boiled too.
Uh-oh.
Don't you see all that?
You can eat them raw, too. If you
Yeah,
want.
of course.
I used to, man. When I
Well,
used to work
sterile,
out
right?
when I was a kid, like it's
Yeah.
the stupidest idea that I ever did. I swear to God, because like you saw like Rambo, you saw like
Rambo.
Rocky,
Yeah,
Rocky,
Rocky Balboa.
and I'll put like 2 eggs and
Yeah.
like oatmeal and like protein shake, and I'll take that in the morning before the gym.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes I have diarrhea. I later learned that is actually salmonella, baby. So
Oh,
yeah.
Man. No, you got to get the organic ones. The
Yeah, the
organic
brown
eggs.
ones are
Yeah,
a
the
lot
brown
better.
ones.
Of course.
Right.
Don't buy like the $1.60 12
Oh,
pack.
no.
These are not eggs at all.
Where do you
That's
find prices for eggs like that?
Well, go to 99 cents.
99 cent store, yeah.
I swear to God, they have food, but it's like
Dollar
nothing
Tree.
that you want to eat.
No,
but
why would you? No, yeah.
yeah.
Dollar Tree
No,
eggs.
I'm not saying why would you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I experienced it before. They don't taste like eggs.
Mm.
They don't sound like eggs. And
They don't sound like eggs. Hello, are you egg?
I swear to God, bro, it's like diluted, like kind of like washed
Yeah.
up egg
It's
kind
like
of thing.
washed. It's
Yeah,
like watered
washed
down
up flavor,
eggs.
washed up stuff like
It's
exactly.
watered down. They
Tastes
put,
like
they
bleach.
put water in the egg.
It's just like.
But why is it cheap though? Like, why is it so cheaper than like?
probably get it from the.
like, it's probably fake, man. Honestly, they probably just make it in a factory.
They probably get it from the ghetto eggs.
I get it from like retarded chickens.
Ramiz, that laugh. Oh my God, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But that is hilarious.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference really? Like, why eggs are different in price?
I think brown eggs are. They're
No,
like not.
I'm talking about
No,
sorry.
like 9 cents.
the
store
white,
and
yeah, the
like-
90 cent and like the regular.
I think it has to
Walmart.
do with
like
condition of
Costco.
the chickens where they live. You know, if you live in like a clean environment where they
Maybe
eat.
cage free, and the
Yeah.
other ones are like completely caged.
They're just in cages their entire life.
Imprisoned chicken eggs.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
As soon as they become an egg, they put a cage on it. Lifetime
and
in a
that
cage.
solved the question: the egg or the chicken first? You know,
Yeah, what came the first? The cage came first.
Damn.
the cage. The cage came first.
The cage came first.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You know, it's the most thing that actually increased in price is eggs.
Hmm
59%.
Yeah.
Man.
It's
Went to a
insane.
store earlier. I saw a pack of dozen for $7,
Oh my god.
and that was cheap. The cheap ones.
Thanks,
Wow.
Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it's true. It's true because like the 2 packs, even in Costco, is like 13 or 14, so it's the same amount. Yeah.
The 5 dozen?
The 2 dozen. No, there's no more 5 dozen.
No more?
Yeah, it's only 2. It's
Oh
like
my
it's only
God.
24, 2 dozen, and it's like almost the price of the 5 dozen.
That's how you know society is collapsing. When you,
Because eggs.
It's all these reptilians eating that eggs, bro.
Exactly.
I know, I'm
They're
telling you.
sucking it up. They need
Hillary
energy.
Clinton and Mark Zuckerberg are just slurping up all the eggs. They're just like with their like long tongues, long slimy tongues.
I should go on Facebook right now
Yeah.
and just yell at Mark, "Stop eating all the eggs!"
Damn it, Mark.
Damn it, Mark.
Yeah.
Share some with your. Well, I guess we're not brothers.
Why do you
yeah.
guys think Mark Zuckerberg's so hated? Is it just because he's weird, or is it?
No, I
because,
think it's because he got wealthy, young, and he have so
It's-
much power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because he knew that he's like, hurting society. He's doing things on purpose. No, like he's like selling
not the
people's
intention.
information, everything.
Oh,
He's
that-
proud about it.
Okay, I'm not talking about the last 2 years. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm talking like in general when he started, it was like any startup idea, and he want to develop it.
Didn't he put like his team, like he put his team in fire or something just to save himself? I
What?
heard, like
He put his team in a fire. Damn.
no.
cold-blooded.
I mean,
And
like-
that is another.
I mean, like, he-
cold-blooded, right?
No,
Cold-blooded.
like he used his team to help him. Once he got power, he just like left them
Yeah, like the whole argument that he started.
all by himself. Facebook.
No, he didn't. He had like the twins.
Huge
Had,
team, yeah.
the Winklevoss twins, I think their name. Winklevoss.
And bro, they only got like 160 million after like 33 or 40 billion now. What's worth of Meta?
Yeah,
But Facebook right now is shrinking.
It is.
small.
Because-
It's gonna blow up again, but
No,
I mean it's gonna get bigger. But
No,
No, I don't think so.
no,
because
because
they came out with the Meta thing.
exactly, and
it's
they
like,
put everything into the Meta, correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody cares about that. Really, I mean,
It's
who
like,
cares,
motherfucker, I
honestly?
can't eat. What do you mean I
Yeah.
can sit down and like find
Yeah.
an imaginary job?
You could be in a
to look
virtual
like
world.
The
It's like,
sandbox.
motherfucker, I can't afford healthcare. What the hell are you talking about?
My daughter just lost her leg from infection.
But you can be a tree in a virtual reality.
Oh, you can build your own
Wow.
home.
Yeah.
Oh.
why live in a dumpster?
Or be like one of those mud. You saw this like Thai or like Asian people who like doing mud houses and like they go to.
Yeah.
It's so brilliant and simplistic
Yeah.
and beautiful.
Oh yeah, Vietnam,
Sounds
Cambodia.
interesting.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
I
Have you
kinda
actually
see.
been to Vietnam? Right.
I haven't. I've been to Thailand, but I haven't been to Vietnam yet. I want to go though. I wanna
Thailand
visit.
is beautiful.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. It's
You
like,
said you have been to Thailand.
I've been to Thailand. Yeah.
Okay. So where did you like just like a base or like you really like had a free time around
No,
there?
just-
Check it out.
Just for vacation.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
good.
just for a week in Bangkok, the capital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like really nice. Like I was surprised. Like when I got there, I thought I was gonna be like, oh, it's Thailand. It's gonna be like a third world country. No,
No.
this shit is
Yeah.
modern. I'm talking
I
about
agree.
like it's so clean. Everybody's really
Unfortunately,
nice.
yeah.
Very like everything is cheap
Mhm,
there. A
mhm.
whole meal, like if you wanted like a really nice whole meal, it's like $5. It's crazy.
Yeah.
$5 for like
Steak or something.
Yeah, like
Whoa.
shrimp.
That's why
Like-
people go to like Thailand when they have like a coding or like work from home or stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna live there. Beautiful place,
it's
equator.
beautiful.
Yeah,
You know?
beautiful women.
Oh, well. you gotta check. You gotta check first, bro.
Check yourself, boy.
Apparently,
Actually,
Apparently not.
Singapore is really beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Singapore, and it's one of the safest countries in Asia.
Yeah.
So everybody have like a good means for living over there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you steal anything, it's 10 years in prison.
wow.
So the dude was like filming, I swear to God, he left his laptop in a McDonald's.
I seen that.
You seen that one?
Yeah.
And it was like, this is Singapore, like nobody really is doing anything or like because the government
People are scared. Yeah. You don't want to go to prison.
for 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I heard the prisons there are way worse than here. Like way worse.
Okay.
Like if you like spit out chewing gum or whatever, it's like.
Get the mic closer to you.
Oh, my bad.
Uh-huh.
Like I heard it's like you ever seen that series where they have like traffickers or whatever, like drug traffickers, and then they
Eh.
go to like a foreign country and they
Uh-huh.
get like imprisoned. I forgot what it's called. It's like on the History Channel or something.
Narcos?
I think so. I want to say something like that. But like people like go over there, they don't know the laws. They're like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to
To what?
bring drugs or whatever on a plane.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And they get in prison and it's like
This is so retarded.
Yeah.
And like they say they don't know. Of course they're
Yeah.
trying to like hustle over
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, it's pretty intense over there. The drug charges.
Yeah.
Dubai too, like weed.
Russia.
Is well, no, Russia because it's just a political thing. Dubai, bro, it's 25 years in prison if you're caught with weed.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane. Alcohol is okay, but it's like, but I swear to God, which
Really?
is, yeah, but weed is like pretty like I don't know that like drugs in Dubai is pretty like serious crime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Ramiz, talking about alcohol,
Uh-huh.
you know what alcohol means in Arabic? Al-Ghul, which
Al-Ghul?
means it brings the demon out of you.
Mm.
Ghoul, you know what ghoul is? It's just
A
like
demon?
genie, like a demon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jinn,
yeah.
yeah.
But from the bad ones, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty interesting when we discussed this book, Outwitting the Devil,
Mm-hmm.
or at least we're trying, you know.
Yeah.
Can get us sometime there. The main subject, bro, is the drifting, Ray. I wanna like get your point of view because sometimes when I listen to stuff, I don't really recognize the full. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I want to see other point of view. Like, did you
other
understand?
perspectives.
Oh, exactly. Or you had like maybe a different idea, or like if you to understand it.
Basically, how I understood it was in the book, right? Drifting, how they were saying it is, it's like not having a purpose, and when you don't have a purpose, like when you don't know, what you're supposed to be doing, your life is meaningless, basically. And when your life is when you have no meaning, that leads you to negative tendencies, like negative habits. Maybe whether it be like, it could be drugs or being lazy, other negative tendencies. So I think everybody, especially men in general, they need to have a clear, defined purpose. They need to be knowing what they're doing in life. If they have a certain skill that they want to be, that they're good at, they need to pursue that.
That's beautiful.
And they need to always, never give up on that. So that's what I took away.
That's beautiful. What
Yeah.
about you, bro? It's just, I swear to God, man. It's just.
He's like, it was cool.
When you try to laugh, try to laugh like this, okay?
Yeah.
But
Sneeze,
yeah, like you sneezing, like at the COVID,
Uh-huh.
like the vampire.
I've got it.
Okay, Ramiz is just like the funny Buddha over here. Okay, come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
brother. Amazing wit and amazing jokes. So, what is your perspective, Buddha, on the devil?
Good book.
Very good.
Well, that's a very good insight. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
No, but like, what is the key? Because you told me you heard like an hour and a half. We
Close to.
Yeah, we're gonna like want to finish it and like really go deep dive on it, and I'll send you the points we're gonna talk about it, because he said like there is 10 or 11 or something ways or tricks, and we want to go through each one next time and discuss how you would skip that, how Ramiz would skip that, what we do to like prevent stuff like this. But these boys are really good. They don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't do any psychedelics or narcotics or recreational drugs. One of them is military. One of them almost in the military with his family.
He was almost in special forces.
Kind of, yeah, bro. Like he got family. And that's beautiful, because it's already in the book that said that the way he would actually grab or take people from their goal, or like the path, and the decisive act is by just being, there's no system, there is no patterns, there is no like checkpoints, and that's usually what happened with most people. Is like whenever like some shit happened in their life, everything started dwindle because they isolate themselves out, they start to drift, which is going away from their purpose, and then they're alone, and then they do drugs and whatever. But the idea was like, you're never alone, we're part of the same soul of God, we're part of the same collective. So the thing that is actually pretty interesting for me is that the more you have people around you, they can keep you in check. you know.
That's very
Like,
true.
yeah, so you're not by yourself, right? Like, you guys, even I'm not even like, you remember like the first time we come here, you guys were vacuuming and stuff. Now the place is a lot better. Still need vacuuming though, but
A lot better. It's way better. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. And it is
Yeah.
because like have good supportive group of people, you know, so it's
Mm.
like keep me in check and keep myself in check and know like this is really not the path that is supposed to be done. Like, they help
Mhm.
you to focus, they help you to push, because you see another loving, caring people, friends, you know, family,
Mhm.
called in general, try to tell you that like you're not in this by yourself. Yeah, you want to say something, right?
Yeah, like absolutely, like what you were saying. Like what I was gonna piggyback off, like keeping each other in check. It's like we're on a road, right? And we don't have any navigation or any
Mhm.
map or anything like that. So we don't know where the main goal is, where we're trying to go to is.
Mhm.
We don't know by
Mhm.
ourselves. So we need to depend on others who do know the way to show us the way and to keep us on the right path.
Mhm.
I thought that was kind of like a good like metaphor for that, for what you were saying.
Yeah.
And once you find out the way, it's good to show others too, not just keep
Exactly.
knowledge to yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
Ramiz is throwing hella shade right now.
He's throwing bombs.
Nah, I was like, he's just mad at me because I just disappear for a year and come back with a different license, and then I was like,
Oh.
dude, what the
Yeah.
fuck? You know, I was like, where were you? I was like, I'm trying to work on me, but what I understood, which is actually
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good to his point, is that you can go fast alone, but you will never go far by yourself.
Mhm.
You
No.
yeah, never. So it's
Never.
like, okay, I tried to go fast and I kept hitting a wall for whatever blessing that is going on from the licensing. You know, they take a year to process anything for me, especially. So I'm grateful for everything. But that actually put a light in my mind as maybe that is not what I'm passionate about. And it's true, it's not what I'm passionate about.
Mhm.
I want to do more. I want to be able to like, and from this like came to the idea of, oh, okay. So this is not. It's a blessing in disguise, because if you even they gave you that license correctly and you're already doing your thing, you are gonna be miserable working or doing something you didn't like or love for a long time. So that's actually pretty beautiful. That I look at it the right way, the God way, which is any struggle or hardship that we go through is supposed to teach us something.
Yeah.
You know, it's a
Yeah.
lesson. It's not really supposed to destroy you, because like, you know,
No, no.
yeah.
It's not necessarily a wholly bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you don't learn from it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the lesson gonna keep repeating itself. Yes, brother.
Yeah, I just want to go back to how you say need connections. That's where family comes in. You know, it's
Mhm.
important to have family, important to like stay connected to your family.
Mhm.
Even if your family, like, there are people who do these bad things. It's still good to at least connect with them, because they're still your closest people you have. And if they can't show you the way, why can't you show them the way? And then
Mhm.
once they become, better people, they can support you in the good causes. You guys can work together, help each other avoid, get falling to like
Mhm.
the wrongdoings and everything.
Yeah, and he's pretty much very correct about that. The more I isolate myself and like, yeah, I'm studying for like at the time before the exam, I'm speaking about my experience. I was studying for like 18 to 20 hours at a day before like the last month. And it took like 6 months of like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just the only free time or the only time I have for myself, I work out. That's it. The rest was just like, you're just on a freaking thing, memorizing, material, and isolating myself from everything, from the community, from culture, from friends, from people. And so, and I see that a lot is like disappear for 6 months. It's like, yeah, but what do you mean disappear? That's actually the soul. When you're alone from that book, that's when you're easiest to pick on, the spick and the stand, when there's a couple of
Yeah, when they're together, they're stronger,
Mm-hmm.
type of thing. Yeah.
You know
Correct.
that story?
yeah, please say it.
There's a story about a old farmer who has a farm, apple farm, I believe, and he has four boys. And these four boys, they're all just about a year or 2 years apart each.
Mhm.
Supposedly they're like just very, they hate each other, like often they would get into fights. They would like literally beat each other up. leave it like on the streets, whatever. Just like try to kill them because they just hate each other.
What? They try to kill each other?
Yeah, these brothers, they hate each other.
Wow.
And so this farmer, he's like, he got sick from something, and now he's on a deathbed, like he's about to die. And his wife, he knows that his wife can't take care of the farm, so it's up to the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And so he says, "Okay, boys, listen. When I'm gone, I want you guys to get together and run this farm.
Mm-hmm.
It's this farm is, I'm giving it to both of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I want you, all you guys, I want you all to take care of this farm and make it last as long as you can for your kids, their kids, and generations on." And so once he passes, all 4 boys try to cut off, take a quarter of the land. They like one each takes a quarter. And by doing this, after like about a couple of years, they notice their land's not like, not as good as it used to be. Like they're losing like their crops. There's like, fruits dying here and there. And eventually you get to the realization, just skipping forward.
Here we go.
And skipping forward just to like the realization.
No, I want to hear the full story. I never heard the full story about so when he was alive, he divided the land between them?
No, he gave the entire land to all 4 of the boys. The boys themselves, because they hate each other, they divide themselves. Like, I get this corner, you get this corner, and so on.
And he passed away, right?
He passed away.
Okay.
And by doing this, like taking care of one corner each, because they're not fully experienced. Like for instance, one boy knows how to water properly, one boy knows how to give soil properly, and so with this knowledge that they have, limited knowledge, their farm is slowly dying because it's not getting like the full nutrition it needs. And so after years and years of like seeing this, they start realizing if we work together, we could probably save our farm, And so eventually they decide to bond, like get together and just work together and save their farm. And I'm not sure where the moral comes in, but basically the moral is if you get like, I think the father actually showed this to him when we were kids. If you get a bunch of sticks, one each, and you snap it, if you like, put pressure on it, it's gonna break. But if you get a bunch of sticks tied together, it's not gonna break at all, no matter how much force you put on it. So they started using that lesson to rebuild their farm and keep it going for the generations on.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
And I never knew the details before. I only come back as like he's dying. I was like, there's 1 stick. I was like, okay, see, it breaks easy. There's 5 sticks. See, it doesn't break. But I never knew that it was like really they came to that part by themselves from seeing the suffering, from dissipating and not working together. And like just not be able to each of them help, because again, this story is like beautiful. The essence of like, as humans, no one can do everything, and we all have a special skill or talent in a special field that actually collaboratively help each other. So you really cannot do as much if you're like thinking that you're gonna do all of it by yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Like everyone has their own talents or their own specialization that they're good at. Society can't function with just one part of the industry, like
100%,
engineers. Like people say, engineering is the best or whatever, but really you need arts, you need English, all of it comes together to create culture and to create a society. So not one single thing is better than the other. Correct. In terms of what you do or what your specialization is.
That's actually pretty good. And I didn't understand that until like a while, because my whole life I've been like, I can work fast or faster than people around me, or more than other people. But at the same time, like, why should I stay with anyone? They're too slow. It's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is interesting because the paradigm shift came for me is like, dude, you've been doing this your whole life and you've been hitting a wall.
Right.
So you need to like recognize where you're coming from. You need to recognize that your true power and value to the society is not by just being by yourself. It's by looking out for your friends. It's by always giving a helping hand. And it's also by asking, like we said, by asking help from your friends around you. Even like this whole podcast started by love. It's because I love these guys so much. and I wanted us to have like a fun time together, and at the same time share that knowledge and information from all our experiences, and actually teach each other and learn ourselves. You know, we have books, we increase our knowledge, we talk about it, we help more people, and we help ourselves.
Of
It's
course, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty interesting, and the concept that you are strongest when you're alone.
No.
Yeah, that's a myth. That maybe
No.
that's like a Western thing, right?
It's true to an
Maybe.
extent.
It could be. Yeah.
You know, you can be so strong by yourself, but you're gonna need help eventually.
Yeah. Everybody needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Really. I mean, there's no like one person. You know, you can
There's
say
no
that.
one-man team.
You can say that you're introverted or anything, but
Mhm.
Yeah, of course.
you're always gonna need someone to help you with something. You're never gonna just do everything on your own.
Yeah, and yeah, man, it just the dilemma of existence right now is that you're seeing everyone living in this cubicle or like a
Oh,
place
it's so
by
bad.
themselves, or like they're isolated from anybody else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's actually it's good, it's privacy, independence, and that's also essential, but you're supposed to use that independence to help the collective, to help the society, to help the community, not to just like be in the in helping yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's the
Absolutely.
point of being
Yeah.
here then?
And these corporations, like, they feed off of that.
You just went right in there, huh?
Which corporation? Please?
Yeah.
List them. Name them. List them off.
We got Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart got like that geriatrics league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want you like, you know, live by yourself because they know that, like, I don't know, there's a lot behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, there's
You're
too much
easy to
it.
get swayed if you're by yourself.
Of course.
You don't
yeah.
you're not solid. You don't have feet on the ground.
If you go shop by yourself, you're gonna see candy. Like, well, I want candy. You see, like, I don't know, toys. Oh, I want toys. If you go with your parents, they're gonna say, no, we don't need that. No, we don't need that. We know what you need. You know, like.
It's a good example.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
that's a good
yeah.
example. Yeah.
Good. Ramiz is like eating gummy bears. Like
It's time to live by myself. Oh,
he's like
I
eating
eat
ice
all the
cream,
sugars. I mean, I don't know if that's what you think living by yourself is, but
I'm just trying to get an example for, like.
but
you
that's
know.
beautiful. Yeah, you're talking about like dopamine hits, and yeah, the stuff
Yeah.
that is like more of like instant pleasure. It's not really of a meaning to
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
not. It's not good. Like instant pleasure is never good because
Yeah,
reality
you want more.
in the real world doesn't work that way, right? Like if you
Yeah.
want something, like say if you want a new car, right? You can't just get it like that, right? But all these instant pleasures that we have now, like pornography, fast food,
Dopamine
you can
hits,
get them
yeah.
like that.
Even like getting a car, you can go to a dealership, you can sign your, you sign your credit score away, whatever, and they'll give you the car, but you'll be paying like thousands of dollars the next month and next month.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, you're in debt. The car gets taken away, and you lose everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you also lose the value of the journey. You use the value of working towards that goal.
Yes.
And that is where the real value lies. It's not in acquiring it, it's how you acquired it. It's working towards that and, learning from your progress.
And plus, like, when you get that thing instantly, it's fun for like maybe 2-3 weeks, and next thing you know, you're bored of it.
It's true.
You
Mhm.
won't go for the next thing.
Yeah, overexcitation. Yeah.
If you like work for to get this TV, you work so hard, every dime goes toward this TV,
Mhm.
and once you get it, you treasure it.
Of
And when you
course.
try to let go of it, it's so hard because you work so hard to get it.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
true. It also teaches you like how to value things,
Yeah.
placing value, not just treating everything as, easily attainable. Like, oh, my car broke, I'll buy a new one, whatever. I don't care. I
Mhm.
won't take care of it. If you work hard for it, that means that you'll do more to ensure that you take care of that thing, and it also makes you value things more. which
I
think is
want
important.
to go deep, like on your point, Ray. So you're saying that the whole idea is the pleasure is in the journey. It's not in the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you had that goal, it's like, okay, I got it. Yeah, it worked too good for the car.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just any other car, man. It get you from point A to point B. How much can you be fascinated
That's
by
right.
it,
Yeah.
But I want you to explain, like, what do you mean by, like, because that's the truth, people who have like a dopamine toxicity or trying to like have that dopamine hypes all the time with what are you saying, sugars, porn, whatever, and drugs, and they try to think that I want to go for a goal and it's supposed to be fast, and they're not going to feel good. Yes, they might force themselves, because again, that's a mentality thing. They might force themselves to do something they hate, which I did, for the reward, right? But but that's not the case at all.
Yeah, like let's give an example of like the goal of becoming rich,
Uh-huh.
right? Some people, they win the lottery and they become rich instantly, right? But then what happens to them?
Oh, they die.
They-
Most of them die, right?
They spend all their money,
and like
they-
suicide, or like somebody
they go
killed
into
them
debt,
or something. Yeah,
something bad.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
why? It's because they didn't have the same journey that others did
Mhm.
by working to become rich. They just became rich instantly. So they don't have the experience or the knowledge to manage their money. They don't know how to spend it. They don't know how to save money. They just,
Same thing for being born into rich. They don't know how they don't value money. They just spend it like it's
Yeah.
nothing.
that's why, like,
Yeah.
like spoiled kids, like they don't value anything really. They don't care about anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're always covered or something. Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess mentality like you're indestructible or invincible or something. Yeah,
Yeah, they believe that they're
better.
they believe that they're literally a better species than these other humans. Literally, if you look at these people like they're animals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like look at like poor people. Like, oh, look at that dog. Look at that poor. Look at
They
you
want to
know.
pet him. Look at that cute old
Yeah,
cat.
is it insane?
Yeah.
That they see a dog be so cute, but they
Yeah,
see a human being hungry. It's like, I'm not gonna give him $10. He's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna do
That's-
drugs. That's the
course.
point.
That's
Yeah.
messed up. If you think about that,
That's the point.
they treat dogs better than humans.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Man.
And they're out loud. They would say, "Oh, of course, I love dogs more than humans." Okay.
Yeah, it's
I don't-
terrifying.
Did a dog ever hurt you? It's like,
Yeah.
what is going on? For real, what is going? Like, you're not understanding. You're preferring other species more than your species. You're supposed to share the love with anybody in need, and that's the point of it. Of course, to be aware and vigilant, but do not get yourself in like weird situations, or like see somebody beating some guys, like I'm gonna go help him. No, or like but in general, you're supposed to have that love as if there is help I can do, if there is value I will provide, because it's always give. And you're supposed to give along, like the system, the law of this earth. Because bro, when I went through this period, I was almost like my whole idea of reality was like crashing. I was like, okay, so I know like the religious route, let me take the energetic route, the persecution and like the astrology. And at the end of all of that, just came back to, you are part of the collective, which is in every like faith or like mantra or like energy field. Is like, we are part of the whole group, and by not understanding that, I wanted to know, so what is my part? Your part is to provide value first, because most people who doesn't have friends is like they don't know how to share, right? Because it's a normal thing when you're growing up. You have to like to play with kids. You have to share to play, right? And when you grow up, it's like you've been doing only for self-serving. You never did anything for like intentionally, for like maybe donate or something, but intentionally that is not the norm. That people try to go out of their way to help people, or that's not the goal. It's like I'm full of love. I want to help everybody. I provide value, because the only way it goes is you have to give a lot to get, and then after that, go ahead.
It's also the same thing with like, if you look at like a job, what kids want to look forward to when they want to grow up. One of the jobs they least look at is teaching. Like teaching, even though it does pay low, like people just don't look at it properly. And the other thing is that they just don't see teaching others as like a career. Like, why should I spend my time teaching other kids? They're just gonna annoy me, they're gonna bother me. Let someone else take care of that. Like teaching is such an underrated job that no one really cares about. But we need it. Like that's how we function. Like that's how we,
we get better as human from knowledge. But I actually want to touch on that point from the book, right?
Yeah.
So
It's one of the ways.
yes. Actually, I'll close the heater And I want to go back. So remember what he said on that part?
I think so.
Yeah, he said, one of the ways that the devil enters the mind of the drifters is through the minds of children, because when you're an adult, you have a fully functioning brain, or you should have a fully functioning brain by then, right? Kids, they're very impressionable, so their brains aren't fully formed, and they're very susceptible to becoming to forming their thoughts and their mentality around new ideas. So if you teach a kid to be racist, right? Throughout his life, it's very hard for them to change that behavior, because a child's their brains are like sponges. What they absorb, they'll retain, and it's very hard to break that habit. So that's why there's a thing called like generational hate, right? If you teach a child to hate, it's very hard to break that cycle. It's like it's like repetition, right? I think in the book it mentions that too, like repetition. You do something over and over and over again, it becomes a rhythm, and it's very hard to break that rhythm once you're in it.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna mention that, like, and they say, like, the saying that you can't teach old dog new tricks, which is true to humans too. Like, when a person becomes old, their brain is already like fully developed, where it's just at that point where it doesn't want to learn anymore. It's that's why, like what Ray was saying. It's very difficult to teach adults, but like at kids, like they'll learn anything. Like you could do like something, you can like hit your head and curse or something. That kid's gonna hear that and start doing that, thinking that like, oh, I should start doing this because
start repeating. 100%. Yeah,
exactly.
And the main, it's true. The main part is like the rhythm is. You can reverse it though, because it works both ways.
You can, yeah.
So if you have that pattern, which is actually proven in science too, it's called neural pathways. So if you kept the same thought and the same intention over and over and over and over, that's why when people like go through some heavy stuff, the main part is like their comfort, they're used to keep going back to that memory or that idea or that place that they experienced that trauma,
Yeah.
But the same thing, from like the hermetic principles is like there is everything is like duality. So like if you're feeling so bad, you can still feel so good. It's still the same thing, still the same end of the same stick. But you just have to put what are you looking forward to, what do you want to, and keep that on like the rhythm pattern every day. Practice, and then from there it's just amazing, because you're already like
it becomes like a part of you.
Yeah, you're restructuring your mind. Correct. Yeah, and it's interesting. Even he said in that book too, people who make like their first million or their first 100K, it's easy to make money after that. It's not because they're smarter, just they learned. They learned like the same pattern, the same manifestation, the same positive energy. Bro, when in that book when he started saying I am the negative energy, like, oh no. Oh my God, I know so many guys are like negative energy. But when he said that, it's actually clicked, because he is the negative energy. Because like when you learn, when you grow up, like for me at least, is most suffering is internal. It's like for going through doing that same thing to yourself. Nobody's doing that for you. Nobody's forcing you to think about the horrible stuff that you've been. We are like programmed to learn and keep going, like either a lesson to learn from it and just keep pushing forward. There is no way around like sitting and dwelling on the past. He exactly said that part, remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Like a real world, like something I've experienced from that, like what they were talking about in the book is, for example, like going to the gym, right? When you're first starting out, going to the gym is like, you might be sore, you don't want to go, you don't want to be like judged by people, right? It's like a new thing and it's uncomfortable. But once you start getting into that pattern of keeping going every day, going to the gym every day, that becomes a part of like who you are really. Like if you don't go, you feel off, you feel wrong. If you miss like a day, you're like, something's off. Like I need to get my ass back in the gym. Like I need to keep on improving myself so that the rhythm, it becomes a part of who you are, and that translates into a harder work ethic and a drive to improve yourself.
That's beautiful. Yeah, how do you improve work ethic as a person in general? Like, how do you do stuff better day in, day out?
I think it goes back to what you were saying around being other people who keep you in check. Like having people or surrounding yourself with people who will keep you accountable and will keep you on the right path, as well as personal responsibility, like, owning up to your own responsibilities, right? And owning up to your own mistakes, and also just starting out, like just trying out new things that could help improve your own life. Like, for example, waking up earlier every day, right? You can start that habit, and that habit will lead to newer habits, like other habits. If you wake up earlier, you have more time to work out. That leads to other good habits, eating healthier.
You're feeling better
right?
now.
So you're already feeling better, and that will translate into other benefits to your life, right?
That's actually pretty good. Yeah. What about you, Ramiz? What do you think prompt anybody's work ethic, or like your perception of it?
More of like breaking habits, really. One thing that's very common almost anywhere is having caffeine as a morning routine.
Oh.
People need caffeine to wake up. Well, apparently caffeine is not the best thing for you. It's good to have,
No, it's true. Yeah.
but it shouldn't be something that wakes you up. If you depend on caffeine, you're going to crash hard, and it's going to get to the point where you can drink more caffeine just to stay awake, and it becomes a drug to you. So the best thing to do really is like try to figure out what else can you do to avoid, what else can you do to wake yourself up? Like either you could take cold showers, either you go for a workout, either you can, just something that really doesn't depend on consuming something. Because like when you drink something, when you take in something to your body, you're depending on that object, that sustenance to cure your tiredness. But if you depend on yourself, where it's like working out or you force yourself to take a cold shower, it's all on you. Like there's not really any ingredients that's like, that can like make you crash,
What about food, though?
Of course you need food, but well, the thing is, food's good to have, but you shouldn't live to eat. You know what I mean? You should eat to live. Because if you live your life enjoying food, like, oh, I can't wait to eat this burger, I can't wait to eat that mac and cheese, then obviously when you stop, you're gonna like feel like sick and everything because that was a drug to you. Food at that point, food's a drug to you. But if you eat it as if like just to live, then it's not gonna be an issue when you like you miss a meal here and there.
You're saying like don't get addicted.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
I would say that, of course, like things like food can be addictive, but I would say like most things can become addictive.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like even good things.
Yeah.
Right?
I
People,
believe so.
there's people who are addicted to like exercise, but it becomes to a point where it becomes a bad thing. So I would say
It's actually a good way.
I
to
would
look
say
at it.
a good a rule or a good value is always keep moderation, right? Always be moderate with whatever you do, right? Like eating healthy, right? There's a point where eating healthy, if that becomes like such a integral central part of your life, where it's like it becomes negative, right? If you're always worried like every single thing you eat can't enjoy anything, then it becomes negative. So I would say just always have keep moderation in mind.
That's pretty good. So what Ramiz was talking about was the dopamine starvation. It's like you're starting your day without any caffeine, without any stimulants. So you're not food too, at least in the morning. Or like you do like a fasted walk or something. So with that, it's rough at the beginning though, but you come out of it, bro. You have so much energy. You didn't even like, from my experience, I didn't even believe that I can have that much energy without anything. But it's all was in you, But all these systems that is normal to function when you wake up, You just shut it down because they're expecting that caffeine. They're expecting that, whatever thing they're going to give you energy in the morning, the bang or whatever. They're expecting that thing to go ahead.
I was gonna mention, I watched this. I'm not 100% sure how true this is,
Yeah.
but it was pretty interesting just to see.
Uh-huh.
They say back in the day, like when we used to hunt for food and everything, the average human can last 3 days without a meal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
because our bodies adapted to, we have to hunt for food, and if you can't find food,
Fasting, yeah.
we have to kind of starve ourselves for a couple of days until we finally find something.
Uh-huh.
So we're kind of running off of just our energy we have left.
Mm-hmm.
So same for today's bodies, sure we changed a little bit, but overall our nature's still basically the same. We don't need, there's people out there who are anorexic who eat only once every 2-3 days, and obviously they're killing themselves, but they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, but I'm saying is
Moderation.
yeah, exactly, moderation. You could eat once a day, twice a day, but it shouldn't be something where, like I said before, something that you look forward to. A meal is just a meal,
For sustenance, yeah. It's not supposed to be I'm looking to eat that part or that thing or that interesting thing,
Mhm.
You're supposed to be... What's up, my...
I'll use this.
Okay. He's coming back now.
That's fine. I'll give it back to him.
You're not supposed... because my voice is away a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I can speak freely from far.
You're fine.
So, with the... So you brought a couple of good points. So you brought the dopamine starvation, and then you brought the understanding of that fasting, or you don't have to eat 3 or 4 times a day, right? You don't have to always be feeding yourself all day, munching on stuff, eating stuff. And okay, quick tip for anybody who's listening: it is actually pretty good, very 2 or 3 simple methods that's gonna make you feel better, lose weight, feel healthier. Rule number 1 is time restricted feeding. You have to stop eating before bed at least 5 hours, and that had different benefits to it. So when you eat sugars before bed, you don't really have good sleep. I'm sure you guys should try to eat something and go to bed. You're knocked out because of the sugar coma, but you wake up next day, you're not feeling well rested, right? So that's one. Second thing, if they can delay breakfast, or they can do any kind of motion before breakfast, that'd be amazing. And the third thing, which is a huge topic, which that's why I'm doing these little videos, because there is so many things that we eat and we think it's good for us, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see the government coming up with the platform that Lucky Charms is healthier than steak?
Oh, that's disgusting.
What?
You saw that?
That's
No way.
disgusting.
Oh yeah. Everybody's talking about it right now. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it depends on who makes a steak.
When they had a bad steak, bro?
Yeah, they probably hired some guy off the street, make us a steak. They tested it. Oh, it's terrible. They try Lucky Charms. Oh, it's way better.
Yeah, it's the concept of steak is bad because usually people would add next to it the mashed potatoes,
yeah.
the sauce, the sugars.
At that point, yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, the other option is for you just to eat straight sugars.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
That's
That makes
nothing
no
good
sense.
about cereal.
It's grains. What?
The only good thing about it is that it fills you. That's the only good thing about it.
Right.
And the milk, probably.
Yeah.
I think oatmeal is a lot better.
Of
'cause
course, way better.
There's no sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freshly made
There's
oatmeal.
protein.
Yeah.
I don't know about cereal. I think cereal is one of the worst things that you can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
eat it for
so much
breakfast.
sugar. I don't understand why they push it on kids so much. In the country.
The only good cereal there was, you ever heard of Kix? like that
Yeah.
white ball like corn sugar,
Like the
corn.
corn.
Sorry, corn cereal.
It's like a corn ball.
There's literally nothing in it, which is why it's probably the best one.
It's like,
Really?
yeah.
However, growing up, we put sugar in it anyway.
Oh, it doesn't have sugar. Let me add my own sugar in that. So
No, I think one of the
Everyone does this.
No, I
It's
think
common.
one of the best ones was the mini wheats. You guys ever had those? The
yeah,
wheats?
it's Cheerios.
It's like a
Oh, wheat thin? Not wheat thins.
No,
With the
Wheat
frosting on
Thins.
top, right?
Like
Yeah.
wheat,
Oh, yeah,
wheat
sugar,
and
yeah.
raisins.
yeah.
Bro, this stuff, I tried it one time.
Yeah.
It cuts your throat. It is so
Oh,
dry.
What's it called?
Sharp.
Yeah, the raisin and wheat.
A
You know-
raisin bran?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I hate raisins, so I don't
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
that's
of
probably a good thing about it too.
You want to eat fibers? Well, they destroy
No, I
your
already have
intestines.
much
I
fiber.
don't understand why people say like, "Oh, steak, that's really bad for you." Like, how is it bad for you? I
It's
mean,
because these vegans.
it's the vegans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's saying, "Oh, you're eating meat. You're killing these animals. You're eating all their, their trash, whatever."
Uh-huh.
They're probably gonna say, "Yeah, cereal's better because there's no meat in it." You know?
Yeah, but
that
but
doesn't
meat-
make it better. Though.
Yeah, the meat is the most like
You need meat. Yeah.
nutrient-dense
Meat,
thing
yeah.
for you. You need meat for heme iron. Actually, it's
Mhm.
iron from meat is more absorbed than like literally iron supplements.
Mhm.
By
Yeah.
like folds. Vitamin B12, which vegans doesn't have, they have to supplement. It's not the same amount you get from like the.
And plus, when they put all
Right.
these supplements in there, like all these, different like chemicals, it's not gonna be good for you. Why not just go for a natural source?
Yeah, thank you so
Exactly.
much.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's
as
like
I
a
agree.
pills over
natural
pills. It's not worth it.
Yeah, yep, I agree. Because like the nutrition you get from steak, there's the only thing that can top it is liver, but other than that, I don't see anything else on the same realm. I mean,
Yeah.
eggs is good for choline, but it doesn't have the same nutrients as steak,
Mhm.
the micronutrients and the trace minerals and all that beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
No, steak, liver, of course, is king, but steak.
Shout out Liver King.
Shout out Liver King. he just he got the best name. Even he's doing steroid right now, but he is just like liver is still king, regardless
It
of this
is.
guy.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys eat liver?
No,
I've had it.
I've had it before though.
I've had it some years. My dad eats it. He eats like probably like once,
Oh.
twice, couple of months.
Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah, I've had it like once or twice, like a couple of years ago.
Do you like have it? You just ate elk though, so do
Yeah.
you have like a problem with it or like?
No, I enjoy it. It's just that because it's being processed in my kitchen, I'm seeing it being made. I feel a little disgusted. Like when you see from like the
Lighthearted.
actual carcass all the way down to like making it, like
That's the best part.
it is. Yeah,
It's so fresh.
but
Really,
to me, I just like this was a living thing at once.
I see. You don't like to like associate it with like living things.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
then you're a vegan, bro.
Yeah,
And you
just
don't know
become-
it yet.
Just become vegan, man.
Yeah, you don't know.
But I
it
like
yet.
meat. I like
Oh.
chicken.
Huh.
I don't care about chickens. Chickens don't. They're
Yeah.
just birds.
Chicken feet.
Chicken.
Chicken feet.
It's bro. The best liver I had is like from this cow we slaughtered and like Taid, and then I took part of the liver and added some lemon on it. Bro,
Mm.
it's so delicious, so fresh.
I haven't had liver in a long time. I think maybe I'll try it again.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you guys like eat spicy food
Of
I do.
course.
Yeah.
like jalapeno? Or
Well,
what?
He's got a condition.
Ah. Hey, like they say, it's easy coming in, but it's hard coming out. All right. We'll just put sriracha on the side then.
yeah.
Yeah, sriracha's not bad.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
just
it's not that
couple of
spicy. Tabasco.
or like Sorrento, like 2 or 3 in the whole
Yeah.
2 or 3 pounds we're
Jalapenos.
gonna make. Yeah, I'm gonna make you one, guys. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be. I know how to make it really good. Spreading love and knowledge and hoping, because again, not everybody is in the same. The state of the collective is because of the people in the world. Like we're not really experiencing anything different from our state. Most people are assholes, and it's true, So
True.
and it's greedy, right?
Mm.
And that's that's what's displayed right now. It's just greed that it will actually kill kids to make money. It'll actually go to wars and kill innocent people to make money. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
It is the whole greed and money and and scarcity mindset. Nobody gonna help me. Nobody wanna. I'm gonna take everything from myself,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
and that's the exact opposite
Yeah.
of existence. And especially when it came back to the book, when he was saying that cigarettes is actually more beneficial, or like the first way the devil would go through,
Mhm.
not even alcohol. And I was like, what? It's like, yeah, once you get a pack or two a day, become one a
Yeah.
regular smoker, then it's easy.
Yeah.
You can add alcohol, you can add weed, you can add all kind of things attached to it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It is really a sneaker thing.
Alcohol alone is like really bad, but cigarettes, I mean, that's like the worst thing that you can do. It's like the most
carcinogen.
unhealthy thing
Yes,
that you
sir.
can do.
I agree. I agree. That's pretty cool. All right, guys. Thank you for wrapping it up.
Of course. Of
Have
course.
a beautiful day, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next